Savage, Private Eye.
Dedicated to private investigators everywhere. Those hard-hitting detectives who risk their lives. The Case of the Fix. It's late afternoon in New York, and a young man named Danny Hickok steps out of the elevator and jauntily strides toward the penthouse suite on the 28th floor of the Belmont. Yes, Danny's come up in the world, but right now he's in for a letdown.
Hello, Danny. How'd you get in here? I told the desk clerk I was your father.
You got your nerve.
Why, isn't it true?
Don't blame me. What do you want?
I got a call this morning from the police.
Well?
Have you any idea why they're looking for you?
I must have overparked.
You're lying.
Look, I don't have to take that from you.
You're going to take a lot more. I found this note on your dresser. Look up George Pulaski. It's signed the Greek.
Give me that.
Is that the same Pulaski who was murdered last night?
I wouldn't know.
Now look, Danny, you've got to tell me everything.
There's nothing to tell.
There is, if you believe the Morgan Committee. According to them, the crime syndicate in this country is headed by a man called the Greek.
So?
So how come he writes you notes? And how come I found this money in your drawer?
Because you're nosy.
There's $8,000 in this roll, Danny. Where did it come from?
None of your business.
Why, you little punk.
Sorry, gents, but I did knock. Mr. Hickok in the house?
There's two of them.
Well, the one I want is Danny.
That's me.
Glad to know you, Danny. Wonder if you'd mind taking a little ride with me. Oh, that's right. I haven't introduced myself. My name's Corbett. Sergeant James Corbett, to give my full billing. If you'd like to see my shield.
Never mind. What's the beef?
Well, to make a long story short, a fellow named George Pulaski was knocked off last night.
So?
So we got a tip you did it for the Greek.
Oh, you're crazy.
I've been accused of that before.
There must be some mistake.
And where'd he get the dough to run this place?
I gave it to him. I'm his father.
It won't wash, Mr. Hickok. We checked on you, too.
I tell you, you're wrong. I'm the one you want.
Who asked you to butt in?
Shut up.
Don't do me any favors. Look, Sergeant, there's an easy way to settle this. I got the proof in the bedroom.
Hey, wait a minute. Where are you going?
To get it.
Hold it, Danny. All right, fella, come on out. I'm warning you.
What was that?
That's what it sounded like. Give me a hand.
You don't think...
Come on. 1, 2...
Danny.
Sorry, Mr. Hickok.
That's the story. After the sergeant and I broke down the door, we...
Found Danny.
I still don't understand why he did it.
Well, it's pretty obvious. He was working for the Greek, and he knew it was the chair once they
It's
nabbed
all
him.
my fault. If I'd done a better job, he wouldn't have turned out this way.
Who's to say?
I am. I want your help so as I can make it up to him.
Well, isn't it a little late?
Well, better late than never. I want you to find the man they call the Greek. Yes, I want to know who and what he is.
Yeah, so do the police. They've been trying to identify him for years.
Danny knew.
Well, he certainly isn't going to spill it now.
There must be some way.
No, forget it.
I know the police have been trying to run him down for years. Well, maybe they're making the same mistakes over and over again. That should make it easier for you. I don't care about the where. The important thing is when. And here's $500 to do it now.
Bartender is Joey Wilson. Oh, never mind. I see him.
Wow.
Hello,
What'd I
Joey.
do to rate this, huh?
Why, just lucky, I guess. Mind if I join you?
I certainly do. I'm particular about the people I'm seen with.
No, obviously I'm not.
What do you want?
A little conversation.
I haven't got time.
You better change your mind, Joey. You find yourself with nothing else but time. Well, my mistake. I heard you did it for the Greek.
I don't know nothing about it. Well, you got rocks
Don't
in
let
your
the sound
head.
effects fool you, Joey.
I tell you, I don't know who the Greek is. Go on home.
What for?
Wait for a phone call. I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no.
You gonna make the first contact for me?
Just go home and wait.
I'll give him 10 more minutes. If he doesn't call by then. Hello?
Understand you're trying to locate the Greek. You know what'll happen to anyone who fingers him for you.
That's right.
He's got enough now to keep him occupied. I need a steak.
Yeah, I got an idea.
Well, I don't know who the Greek is, but I got an idea who does.
Then why'd you call?
You still interested?
I'll pay you $500 for
Mail
it.
it to Willie Smith, care of General Delivery. I got your word? Well, if I was you, I'd see a man named Alvin Myers. He's got a place at the Beaumont. This Myers is a chubby party. I think he'll spill if you put it to him the right way.
How would you suggest?
Look, I can't write the script for you.
Fair
Just
enough.
giving you Myers. From there on, you're on your own.
I guess I'm not very bright, but I'm still rather puzzled at the reason for this visit. Now, mind you, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, thanks. But I was told Alvin Myers could put me in touch with the Greek.
You were told? By whom?
A mutual friend.
That's rather vague.
It'll have to do.
And just why do you want to contact the Greek?
I've got a deal for him.
Tell me something. Do I look weak-minded? Well, you must think so to come here with that story.
What's wrong with it?
Everything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a private detective?
That's right.
Currently, you're employed by one William Hickok.
Where'd you hear that?
Well, aren't you?
No.
Isn't that strange? I wonder where I got the idea. Well, I was given to understand Mr. Hickok came to you with a request that you find the Greek. For some unknown reason, he thinks our mysterious friend was involved.
He was. Danny was working for him.
That's only your opinion. That's the funniest thing I've heard yet.
Are you the Greek?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Well, we'll soon find out.
What? You wouldn't dare.
You shouldn't have said that.
On my word.
Are you the Greek? Yeah, you better talk now.
His name is Vincent Romeo.
Where does he live?
In Brooklyn, on Sycamore.
Yes, please.
I'd like to see Mr. Romeo.
Oh, sure. Papa! Papa!
What's the matter, Rose?
Some man wants to see you.
Why you make him wait outside? Tell him to come in.
You like to come in, Mr.
Nick Savage.
Papa, he'll be right out. Sit down.
Thanks.
Oh, no. Take the other chair. This one's got a broken spring. I tell Papa he should fix it, but all the time he's too busy. All the
Yes,
time he listens to ball games on the radio. All the days, Dodgers.
Sounds like my father.
You a friend of Papa?
I wouldn't say that exactly.
I thought maybe you know him when he was in the ice business.
Ice? Business?
Sure. Papa used to have a big company, 3 trucks.
Hey, wait a minute.
Something wrong?
I'm beginning to think so.
Oh, Papa, this is Mr.
Nick Savage.
Let me see. Don't I know this name from someplace? Sure. You private detective.
That's right.
Rosa, you know who this is?
Oh, no.
Remember we read about him in the paper?
Oh, my.
Maybe he like a little while.
No, thanks.
Please, try. Rosa, make it herself. Mama, some vino.
Oh, sure. No trouble.
Wait till you taste. Rosa makes the best wine anybody in the whole United States. But look at me, all the time I talk. I don't even ask what I can do for you.
I have a proposition for the Greek.
You got a proposition for her?
For the Greek.
No understand.
Didn't you ever hear about him? He's supposed to head the rackets in this country.
Oh, sure, I remember. They talk about him on the radio. He's a very bad man. Very bad man.
You know anything about him?
Just what I hear. Mama don't let me listen too much. Even the ball game.
He's still talking, huh? Hey, you tried this. I got the one for you too, Papa.
For such a little one.
It's more than enough, say.
All right. Well, you help.
Yeah, sure. Salute. Very good.
You hear, Mama? He lied.
Last year is much better.
I can't believe that. Your wife tells me you were in the ice business.
I retired 4 years ago. My son Jimmy, he run the business now.
You ever hear of a man named Lenny?
No.
Oh, sure we do, Papa. You remember we read about him in the paper last week.
Oh, yeah. He's a young fellow. His father find him.
Poor man.
It's his own fault, Rosa. If he bring up boy like we bring up Jimmy, he don't go around killing people.
Well, you never know. Anyway, he's supposed to be on the Greek's payroll. I was told you were the Greek.
I understand.
Well, doesn't matter.
Me? Who says such a thing? You got to tell me. I send my boy Jimmy to beat him up.
Now, Papa.
You hear what he say, yeah?
Yeah, I got you.
You go already?
But finish your wine. You know like.
Oh, yes, it's very good. Here, I'll finish it. But I gotta get back to work. Sorry.
What's not trouble at all. Maybe you come to Brooklyn again someday.
Yeah, sure. When the Dodgers win the pennant.
What you mean, Arrivederci.
Such a nice man.
Yeah.
I wish Jimmy could see him.
Hey, Rose. I think I smell something burning.
Oh, my chicken cacciatore.
A, B, 4, 2, 1, 1, 3.
Yeah,
Joey,
that's right.
what's the name of that new boy from Toledo?
What boy?
The one who knows all about manhunting.
Oh, Monty Stevens.
I'll tell him to get in touch with the Greek. I got a little job for him.
Dick Savage, Private Eye.
An hour has passed, and now he unhappily sums up the matter for his client.
Well, that's the story, Hickok. It's a bump steer. When I got to Brooklyn, I found this couple and, well...
And this Romeo wasn't the Greek?
Nope, Myers was pulling my leg.
Well, where do we go from here?
Where can we go?
What about Alvin Myers? Why don't you see him again?
No, that wouldn't be any use. He'd be ready for me now. No, looks like... Well, did you see the newspaper accounts of your son's death?
No.
All it said was, when you and Sergeant Corbett broke down the door, you found Danny.
We did. Well?
But Romeo knew that. He knew Danny was the gunman.
How could he? I didn't know it myself.
Yeah, that's just it. He must be the Greek.
Well, then you won't be needing me anymore. I'll be easier to find than the Greek. Thanks again. You've been more help than you know.
Oh, that you, Haskell?
Surprise, it's me.
I knew my luck couldn't last. Now, look, I just got a flash on a murder, so if you don't mind...
As I told you, I found the identity of the Greek guy. I spoke to him a couple hours ago.
You what? And you're just telling me?
Well, it didn't dawn on me until later.
Well, who is he?
You'd never guess. First of all, he isn't Greek. And where do you suppose he lives?
In a luxurious duplex on Park Avenue.
Two-family house in Brooklyn and Sycamore.
On Syc... Name wouldn't be Vincent Romeo, would it?
How did you know?
He was murdered 15 minutes ago.
You're kidding.
Sure, that's what the city pays me for, to make jokes. Who else knew Romeo was a Greek?
No one.
You sure?
Well, I figured it out while I was talking to Hickok.
That does it. Well, he had a motive, didn't he? I say after you left him, Hickok went over to Brooklyn and gave him a belt. Hey, that's a good one, Hickok belt.
You were right when you said the city wasn't paying you to make jokes.
Well, I'm not joking. If I will get you 10, Hickok's our boy.
You got a bet.
And here's where I collect.
Yes, sir?
Haskell, Get a 37 out on William Hickok. I want him picked up immediately.
Word, Sergeant, I don't know anything about Romayo's murder.
Well, you knew your son was working for the Greek.
Yes?
You felt he was responsible for his suicide.
Yes, but I didn't kill him.
When'd you leave Waring's apartment?
It must have been around 3.
It's closer to 2.
Thanks.
Where'd you go from there?
Home.
Anybody see you?
No, I live alone.
So you've got no alibi.
I don't need one.
Well, we'll leave that for a jury to decide. Haskell, we're through here. Book him.
Listen, Hickok, I'll get you out of this.
I wish you wouldn't. You've done enough for me already.
Well, I had to tell him.
Sure you did.
Yeah, I don't think he likes you.
Yeah, well, I don't blame him.
Yes?
Hello, Myers, remember me?
Unfortunately.
Well, you might invite me in.
I might, but I don't think I will.
You're doing an injustice.
Now, get out.
I just want to thank you. I found the Greek.
You saw Romeo?
Yeah, a couple hours ago, before the police did.
Did they pick him up?
Literally. According to what I hear,
What do you mean?
someone got him with a shotgun.
How shocking.
Yeah, well, I imagine it doesn't make you feel too badly. With the Greek out of the picture, what becomes of his empire?
I have the vaguest notion.
Well, I've got a feeling you're the crown prince. Naturally, that makes you a suspect.
Oh, you're insane.
Well, then who do you suggest?
What about your client?
Hickok?
Yes.
Oh, when I collect a fee from a man, I naturally have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
And you wouldn't be above involving an innocent party?
No, of course not. Any suggestions?
No.
Well, I have. I think you'd look lovely in a frame.
You wouldn't dare.
Look, you said that once before. Remember what happened?
What about his wife?
Don't be ridiculous. I met the woman.
You met him too, and he had you fooled. Well, didn't he?
Well, you got a point there, Myers. Let's hope for your sake I don't get stuck on it.
Poor Papa. Why'd they do such a thing? Why'd they do it?
All right, now, Mrs. Myers, you gotta control yourself. Take it easy.
Papa never hurt anybody. You see him. He was a good man.
Let's open the question.
What?
Mrs. Romeo, how much did you know about your husband's affairs?
Everything.
Well, the police believe your husband was the Greek.
That's crazy. He was no Greek. You don't believe these stories. And I tell you, Papa was a good man.
Did he ever go out at all?
No,
Well, did strange people ever come to the house?
never. Only relatives and friends.
Then he must have done all of his business on the phone.
It's not true.
Look, Mrs. Romero, you gotta
Papa
face
was
the
a
facts.
good man. He go to church every Sunday.
Sure, that was from 6 days a week to get into trouble.
Get out. Say bad
Mrs.
things
Romero.
about Papa. Get out. And don't ever come back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I gotta talk to you, Corbett. I just been out to Brooklyn and to see Mrs. Romeo.
Yeah, that makes it a double header for you today. Hey, you ought to be playing with a giant.
Listen, I'm serious.
Oh, my, they could use an outfielder. Well, what'd you learn?
Nothing. Though she never knew her husband was mixed up in the rackets.
It doesn't make any difference. Hickok killed Romeo.
I don't believe it.
Well, who else is in the picture?
Well, no one except... Hey, wait a minute. What do you think about Alvin Myers?
What do you mean? What do I think of him? You're reaching, pal. I tell you. Yes?
Call for you, Sergeant.
I'm busy.
It's Alvin Myers.
I don't care. It's who?
Alvin Myers. He said it was very important.
Well, put him on. It's Myers.
Go ahead, please.
Sergeant Corbett?
That's right.
This is Alvin Myers. I demand police protection.
Yeah, what's the trouble?
There's someone lurking around my apartment. Just a few minutes ago,
What's wrong?
Hello, Myers. Myers. Something's gone dead, and I don't think it's the phone.
15 minutes have passed since Alvin Myers phoned Sergeant Corbett and demanded police protection. Apparently, he needed it, for right in the midst of the call, there was a shot. And now outside Myers' apartment.
What do you expect? This one ought to do it.
You hear that?
Hit those lights. Myers, you all right?
I'll
take care of it. See what you can do for him.
Yeah. All right, now take it easy. You'll be okay.
Yeah, what's the matter?
I'm hurt.
Hey, Sergeant, wait a minute. Hold the phone.
What are you talking about?
There's nothing wrong with him. The bullet missed your
Then he
man,
just
Myers.
fainted.
Look at that hole in the ceiling. Just
Come
look at
on,
it there.
Myers,
Certainly
on your
get close to
feet.
head
Let me
first.
alone.
Come on, Myers.
What happened here? I don't know.
Don't give us that. Who fired that shot at you?
I tell you, I don't know. My back was to the window.
Well, do you have any idea who might want to kill you?
No.
I have. It's obvious this is set up with the
Why?
grease
Doesn't
murder.
make-
It doesn't make sense otherwise. Nick Savage. All right, let's take it from the beginning. Asked me to find the Greek.
Which you did.
That's not true.
Well, did he give you Myers?
It wasn't that simple, Sergeant. Before I got my lead from Myers, I did a lot of legwork. I first contacted Joey Wilson. He told me to go home and wait for a phone call. About an hour later, it came.
Who was it?
That's just the trouble. He wouldn't leave his name. But he told me Myers could put me in touch with the Greek.
Hey, sounds like he had a grudge against Myers.
No, he claimed he was doing it for dough.
You don't believe it?
No. I got a hunch when we left out. Got any ideas?
None at all.
Well, it must be somebody real close to you. He knew of your business relationship with the Greek.
I don't see how there was none.
All right, now start talking. Who killed the Greek?
I was under the impression it was Mr. Hickok.
Well, Hickok couldn't have taken that shot at you. He's in jail.
Then who did?
I submit it was my mysterious phone
That's
caller.
absurd.
What are you getting at?
Someone, let's call him Mr. X, knew Hickok wanted to locate the Greek, so he made it very easy for me.
Why?
Because he planned to kill the Greek himself. My client would get the credit.
Well, where's that get us? We don't know who this Mr. X is.
Sure we do. Don't we, Myers?
Do we?
Well, sure, it was you.
That's very amusing.
You were my mysterious informant. You put me in touch with yourself. It was a nice piece of work you did. You'd probably get the chair for it. And it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it at all, Mike. Why'd Myers go through that whole routine? For instance, that business of the phone call.
Well, he had to work it that way, Sergeant. He had to make it look as though he divulged the identity of the Greek under pressure. Naturally, we'd be suspicious if he volunteered the information. And once Hickok knew who the Greek was, then Myers could safely kill him.
Well, I still don't see his motive.
Well, like Caesar, he was ambitious. He thought he could do a better job heading the rackets than the Greek.
And that phony attempt on himself.
Was designed to take the heat off. He knew we were bound to get back to him sooner or later. This way, he beat us to the punch.
Yeah, you had it all planned out ahead of time.
Well, I wish I could.
What bothers you?
For one thing, Romayo, he doesn't add up.
Oh, sure he does. Just a classic case of a man leading a double life. Only he did it real well.
Hey, you think his wife knew?
No, she convinced me that he was legit.
Now, does that take care of all your questions?
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. What about the check?
Well, since you took care of finding the Greek and you took care of his killer, I think you deserve the honor of taking care of that, too. Good night.
Nick Savage, Private Eye.
Produced and transcribed by Bernard L. Schubert, written today by Eugene Wang, and directed by Richard Lewis. Chuck Webster as Sergeant Corbett. This program came from New York. Fred Collins speaking.